Okay, so it is approximately 2 a.m. on February 25th, 2025. I took some sleep aids, and it says on the bottle that you're supposed to take just one tablet, so I decided to double up, thinking it was going to get me through the entire night. Well, apparently not. So I woke up about an hour ago to my cat coming up and cuddling me. And I haven't been able to go to bed since, so I decided, no, I'm gonna take 2 more sleep aids because I haven't had enough sleep. Because I slept from approximately 7, no, I took the pill at approximately 7:30 and then ended up asleep by roughly 8. So anyway, I just thought I'd update you on my progress, my mental health and everything, what's going on. Had a decent night, tried to keep functioning. I told him, I said, imagine me as an empty shell. I'm not quite Leticia right now, if you could just help me. So I sat down and I told him, I said, you're just gonna have to cater to me. He's like, of course. So I was like, okay. So he brings me pizza, because what we had made the night before, or whatever, for his lunch. Says 4 slices left. Oh, we split them. And we had some chocolate cake that was from the event we went to. And then I got full. But then right now, in the middle of the night, I woke up and had terrible diarrhea, because I was not terrible, diarrhea, I think it was the sleep aids, but, and stress probably. I don't need negative, unsolicited advice. Apparently, I know people try to joke, I get it. You're trying to give good advice. I get that. But I also don't take advice from anybody that doesn't have a licensed, a medical license, I mean. So, I just feel like my mind feels a lot better. I feel a lot less pain all over my body, because I was in pain behind my eyes, in the back of my head, down my shoulders, on my shoulders. All of it was tense and strained because I hadn't slept well. My fiance, he's in there sleeping, and you heard the cats are running around. I am freaking tired. I can't wait till this next set of pills kicks in, and that's why I'm just staying on here until I can do that. But I feel like I have to talk about something. I am not well. It all started from all of the sexual abuse in behind closed doors, and I honestly wish I could have captured a lot of this stuff on film when I was a child, so people would believe me fully about what the things, my memories, my traumatic memories. Well, my brothers started getting involved with a gang up in Beloit, Wisconsin, the Latin Kings. Okay, they had 5th Street, and my brother Angel, he had ran 5th Street. So I don't know what that even means. I think at a very early age, he was manipulated into believing that gang members actually had power over authority. So he made a mistake, and he got involved with these individuals, these shady adult men. And he was very young. He was probably I would say even younger than 15 years old. Well, my parents allowed these gangbangers over to the house, Briar Lane. And if you look at the floor, the blueprints of the house, there is a large basement downstairs. And my parents refinished it So there was carpeting. There was a large bathroom down there. And all three of my brothers would live down there. So even like my youngest brother, he got exposed to seeing a lot of toxic things and has a lot of toxic behavior to this very day too, and doesn't realize it, that he needed therapy from what he had witnessed, even though he wasn't exposed to nearly as much as the rest of us that were older. So the brother that had molested me was a year older than me. And he went to school with somebody, his name was Umar Anjum. I believe he was Muslim. And this boy would start coming over to the house. I wasn't allowed to have people at the house, but my father and mother allowed my brothers to let random strangers into and out of our house because the door was right there leading down to the basement. So there was a lot of masculine energy, and they would get a glimpse of me, and they would tell my brothers, oh, I really want her. I want her. I want her. Well, my brother got involved with someone like older. His name was, and I was telling you about Umar Anjum, this first. So he started coming over to the house. He's rich little fucker. And I didn't realize he wasn't trying to love me. He seduced me in a very, very toxic way, that where he was like, no, like, I really like you. I think we should be together type thing, right? So he comes up to my bedroom, which I had the master bedroom because my parents they wanted us daughters in the master, and so they took the smaller of the two rooms upstairs, and mine was right next to the restroom. So in the hall. So Umar comes to my room, and we went to Catholic school together. So I thought he was a good Christian boy. I thought when he was trying to tell me he was going to be there for me, that he was actually going to be there for me and protect me against my father and brother. That was the initial trauma I had endured. Umar convinces me, and this is the first time I'd ever practiced anything perverse, sexual, any of it, right? I was approximately 16 years old, and forces me to give him fellatio. And I say force because he manipulated my mind into believing he was going to protect me from my brother and my dad. Because when I opened up to people, I protected myself. I put up a barrier before I got sexual with anyone. I told them, I have been hurt. I need help. I need somebody to protect me. They didn't do it. They just didn't care. So these boys that run around, they're rich and go to private schools, they take advantage of people. Well, now he's an adult. And I've monitored a little bit of him when I saw him on Facebook. He goes by the Umi channel. Ummie. Fucking rich as balls. Fucking goes anywhere he wants. Fucking allowed to destroy little girls' hearts. And yeah, he was young. He was underage also, so he can't be technically like held accountable, right? Mistakes of kids. But didn't that leave me with trauma? It did. So didn't he lie and manipulate me? Yeah, he did. He's a terrible human being. He went to Catholic school with me. He was a year older than me. He saw me all the time in the halls. All this stuff, right? And my brothers didn't know. I didn't want to tell them that I'd gotten used or taken advantage of. So I didn't say anything to anybody. And now here I am telling people, yeah, he did. It was him. Yet I was fully and utterly in love, infatuated with a boy named A.J. Harrison. And eventually, many years later, I had reached out to both of these men to get money to buy a laptop so that I could start writing my story about the toxic behavior that happened behind closed doors. Well, A.J. Harrison had traveled for a while, and he became like a DJ or something like that. I thought he was like becoming famous, you know? So I reached out to these two, thinking, you know, they would help me. They knew my family. They knew I was not well and around my brother and everything. And AJ had sent me money. Yet Umar Anjum, who was rich, didn't. try to send me, and AJ sent me $50. $50 toward it. And that was when I was an adult, and I didn't know how to deal with the pain I've endured. I just saw 1010 on the screen, and right now I saw 777. So anybody tell me what that means? So I'm in pain from these things. These people manipulating me from a very early age, and even at that point, I had thought, if I don't do it willingly, I'm going to be forced upon, because there are no authorities protecting me. I told the police. They told me I was a liar. They never looked into this abuse. And that reminds me too, because my brother was in the Latin Kings and was being investigated and followed in whatever track, and he ended up going to prison. One day the SWAT team came in, blazing guns, and I am abruptly awoken. I'm approximately, 16 years old, maybe 17. And I'm woken up by a gun in my face. And I am a child. I had no idea what was going on downstairs. I had no idea what my family was involved with, truly. The drugs, the guns, the money, all of it. I heard they were hiding money in the house. I heard that my brother was getting it from shady means. I don't think that that was good karma for anyone. And I told them, that's not okay. I kept pointing the finger all the time. I told them, I'm starting to get a little sleepier, so let me round up this story, because I'm like, I can't wait to pass out again. So, and I've had a lot of time to think about these. And I didn't know who to tell, because when I tell the therapist, they can't protect me. They can't fix what I went through. They can't just, all they do is give me drugs to numb the pain, numb myself to humanity. No, how about you turn around and give these people therapy? How about you turn around and you should have given our entire family therapy when I spoke up. No, I was put in therapy so my eyes would be open to the world and be self-aware. Yet the rest of my family is closed-minded and, their eyes are closed and heart are closed and soul are just blinded. Like, are you well? Are you doing okay? Because I sought education. I sought, what is it? What is the word? Elective education, where I had chose just to learn life skills and coping mechanisms for the trauma I was forced into from a child, very early age. My very first memory was watching my mom. I remember being in this high chair. I had described all this to my mother. She said, I can't believe you remember that. I said, yeah. My very first memory is being in a high chair. Daddy's beating you in the head with a broom, and you're screaming at the top of your lungs, trying to get away, and he's beating you over and over and over again with a broom handle. And beating her all over her body, right? In her head especially. Because my dad was fucking vicious to my mom, right? And she had no idea where to turn to either, because she had the same fucking issues. Because, here she was, 16 too, taken advantage of, right? By a man that did not truly love her and ended up molesting her daughters. His own children. Incest, yes, that happened in my family. Allegedly. So, allegedly, my sister told me she was getting raped. Allegedly, she told me that she was being, manipulated and all this stuff, and that she had an abortion by my father that she had to pay half of. Okay, I know these things. Why? Why do I know these things? Why do I have to live with the trauma? And everyone calls her a liar because she can't fess up to it. Yet she's got a huge hoarding fucking issue, has over 12 fucking kids. I don't think something's right. I tried to tell everyone years ago when she ended up with 5 of them. I said, how many different fathers, how much are you going to go through pain? I don't know. And I don't know if her and my dad had ever reconciled or anything, or if they even talk about what she truly went through. But it's even fucking worse than me. She ended up way worse off because she didn't have the common sense to look for help. And so did my mother. And it's common sense. It's common knowledge, I thought. Because immediately when I was a child and I was taught 911, I wanted to do that, but you have no idea how many times my parents stopped me from touching the phone. You have no idea. That's why it's like it's good to give these phones to young kids so that they can record their parents, because they're not being raised properly. Regardless of what like I tell people, the picture perfect image. And we had family photos where everyone looked like they were smiling and happy. Yet my dad, behind the scenes, was beating the shit out of us and we were forced to smile. My mother taught me, oh, don't sulk like that. Smile. People will know. No, smile. And then people wonder why I am the way I am. Multiple personalities? No. Manipulated into being an actress. An actress to, for joy. Acting out my joy. Well, no. You don't understand. I am not joy. I am literally pain incarnate. And what in the fuck is going on? I don't get it. Why was I abused because of the flaws of other people? Why? In Catholic school and everything too. Why did I have no one to talk to? This was at Our Lady of the Assumption, by the way, in Beloit, Wisconsin. I went there 6th, 7th, and 8th grade a year. Before that, I went to St. Patrick's of Janesville that no longer exists. I'm starting to get tired, thank God. So, even when it came to the fact that my brother was in a gang, the Latin Kings, he had one of his affiliates force himself on me too. He had played the role well, told me that he was going to protect me from my dad and my brother, told me that he was going to be there for me. He was an adult man, and he was having sex with a 17-year-old, I believe I was at the time, because when I actually slept with someone, I slept with this boy, this really skinny, scrawny boy that was an ex-boyfriend of one of my girls at school. And I thought I was about a month or so before 17. And I thought, if I can't get someone to put themselves on me, my brother and my dad might force me. And I don't want that to be my first memory of sex, intercourse, fornication. I did it because I was forced into seeking another means of protecting my